In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to do and pick up to get maximum infinite knowledge in the LEGIONFALL update, as well as all the achievements and new activities. First off, if you make your way to the bazaar, there's going to be new items you can get at the vendors. This will be new mounts like this one over here, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. You can buy all of these in this update. At the raid gear NPC, you'll see that you're able to actually get the hammer, which is going to be unlocked with the fell warped slab, which we're going to get from the Tomb of Sargeras raid, which is out. You'll also note that any of the Transmog sets that are available within LEGIONFALL are also now purchasable. Now, if you've done everything up until this point, you should have infinite knowledge 32. If it's higher than 32, you probably got the bugged amount from the dungeon from the previous update. But 32 has been the highest. And if you look here, it says the total maximum is 36, which means you cannot go higher than 36, even though this new update brings 6 new points that you can add here, but only 4 of them are actually going to do anything. And pretty much once you get to 36 infinite knowledge, the achievements that award infinite knowledge after that are going to give you bronze instead. The first major thing that you want to do in this update is breaching the tomb. This is the new quest line, the LEGIONFALL campaign. Completing this is going to award you 1 infinite knowledge. You'll be able to pick up this quest over here in Dalaran. It will be right at this location from Khadgar, the Armies of LEGIONFALL. You'll find it right here. Go ahead and pick it up and start it, and just follow the quest chain until you complete the campaign to get that infinite knowledge and complete the story of LEGIONFALL. After you do his first quest or skip it, he has the option to skip it if you've done it in the base game in retail. This will bring you to Broken Shore, which is a new area of the map that has been unlocked over here, and this is where it's located, and all of the questing will be done here. The next achievement that you're going to want to look out for is the Broken Shore World Bosses achievement. There are 4 world bosses that you need to defeat. You have to defeat all of them. And much like how it works on in base Legion, only one of these is going to be active each and every single day, and they're only going to be available on the Broken Shore. Today we have this one over here, Maleficus, and tomorrow presumably this world boss will be a different one. So come back every single day for 4 days and complete the world boss until you have the achievement. Luckily, if you're still strong, this should be a no-brainer, and especially on day 1 here, you can see here all the overpowered players are playing, and this boss is being deleted by a few casual random players here. There's like 3-4 of us here, and it's dead already. So not so bad, and that is how you can get the first world boss of the 4 available defeated. The next infinite knowledge is for completing the new dungeon, Cathedral of Eternal Night. You just have to do this on heroic difficulty or higher. I recommend doing it on mythic difficulty so that you can get the other achievement as well that awards bronze, but you only have to do it in heroic for the infinite knowledge. Now, this new dungeon is located on the Broken Shore over here. At this location, right next to the Tomb of Sargeras at the top section over here. You can just click this, it will guide you here. The entrance is really easy to find. You can just fly right into it if you wanted to. If you're overgeared, this should be pretty easy and you can do it just like that, which will award you the 2 achievements. The next achievement is for completing the new raid, Tomb of Sargeras. Completing all of the bosses at least once on any difficulty will award you the infinite knowledge. If you do it in heroic, you'll get some bronze, and if you do it in mythic, you'll get even more bronze. As you've been doing throughout Remix, open up your group finder, pre-made groups, go to raids, Legion, go ahead and type in Tomb of Sargeras, select Mythic, and you should have a bunch of groups here that you can go ahead and join. Now, the raid instance is located on the Broken Shore as well. It's also at the Tomb of Sargeras at the top right-hand side here. You cannot miss it. Really easy entrance to find. It's located right here, and you just have to run through the giant green portal to get inside the raid. Or just wait for people to summon you like you do with every other raid. In terms of difficulty, the raid isn't super hard. If you have your usual carries with the high infinite power, it should be pretty simple for the most part. And they do award a ton more fragmented mementos of epoch challenges. You'll see here, this is the second boss I've just defeated. He dropped 41. The first boss dropped 44. Which means if you don't have a ton of time to play Legion Remix, you want to at least try to do this raid in Mythic as often as you can, once a day if you possibly could. And skip the other raids if you don't have the time to do them. The bosses you need to worry about are the Maiden of Vigilance, because it has a thing that's going to pretty much wipe your entire group except for people who are really geared and most likely in tank specs because of explosions that go off. Overall, this raid is a massive increase in difficulty compared to what we had in Nighthold and the other 2 raids, so do be prepared for a lot more things to go wrong. As you can see here, a lot of people in my group are dying because they just don't meet the threshold of having enough infinite power to keep them alive. It looks like the Fallen Avatar boss is also going to be a tricky one to deal with because people are dying here near the end. And the final boss in the raid, Kil'jaeden, also requires you to do some mechanics to, well, stay alive. No matter how strong your group is and how much damage you guys can do, you will have to do this to stay alive. So as you zerg him down, you're going to want to soak the puddles, though it's not the most necessary part. You just want to do it to help your group stay alive, because it will hurt the players who are not strong enough to survive. And in this phase where he's flying, he's going to have a huge damage reduction buff so that he doesn't take a lot of damage. And these purple balls will fall from the sky, and you want to get to as close of them as possible so that you can bounce to the next one. And you want to kind of stay in line with these so that you don't fly off the platform. So always look for where the next one is and aim the purple ball towards the, the next purple ball. You'll see as you're fighting him after that phase, you're gonna then be like blacked out with your screen, and you will have to find Illidan in the inner circle of the ring so that he can give you sight, and you'll have to make your way to any of the purple orbs falling from the ground. This usually ends in absolute chaos, and whatever group you join is probably gonna be an absolute shitfest until people learn how to do this fight entirely. But alas, eventually you will get it, and it will happen, and you will achieve greatness. Eventually, I promise. I do, however, recommend to anyone making groups, try to have more than one healer or a healer or two, because it does a lot of damage to people in these fights. And no healers is rough. Overall, throughout the raid, I was able to make 500,000 infinite power, which is not so bad for one single mythic raid. It's really good. For the final 2 infinite knowledge that you can get during this update is to complete a Legion Assault, and then to complete 5 of them. So the first one is Defending the Broken Isles 1. This is the achievement right here. Now, assaults are only active right now. As you can see, if we go ahead and we look at the map, you'll see this is what a Legion Assault looks like. Right now it's in Azuna, and it changes in 2 hours to something else. Hopefully it moves to a different region. I'm betting it's just going to rotate over every couple of hours. So to do 5 of them, you're probably going to have to check back every couple of hours, depending on how long these last. I'm not sure. You'll see that when you enter the zone, you're going to get the Assault on Azuna quest. It's to complete 4 Legion points repelled. These will be marked on your map as these locations over here. They look like world quests. You pretty much have to go ahead and clear these locations out. You only have to do 4 of them. So if I, for example, go to this one over here, this one is to slay a strong enemy. And I'll go ahead and I'll defeat this dude over here on the beach. And after he's defeated, you'll see this is going to count as 1 out of 4 for this progress of Assault on Azuna. Once you've completed all 4 Legion points of the Assault, you'll have a quest update to go to a specific NPC. In this case, it's going to be over here. And when I get here, I'll hand in the quest. And pretty much you're just going to complete the quest line that he gives you, doing the repelling of forces, killing certain bosses, doing any mini games that he makes you do, until you can hand in the quest and, get the final one to defeat the commander of this assault. And queue for the scenario. This will put you in a 3-person scenario where you just have to complete the main objective. After you complete the scenario, you'll get the achievement for completing a Legion Assault, and thus begins your second one, which is the complete 5 of these for the other infinite knowledge. So good luck with that one. You'll have to wait until a new Legion Assault is up to do so. So that's it for your things to do during this LegionFall update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Catch you around.